Why is that women than men? Yeah, why is it virtuous woman? Why don't we have virtuous man? Yeah.
That's a very interesting question. We've been talking about the importance of a virtuous woman in our community, and then someone is asking why is the emphasis on virtuous women and not on what do we even have a virtuous man, or shouldn't we have one? I think that's a very important question for us to address, isn't it? First of all, I am in a good position to respond to this question because I am a man. So I'm very sure men won't take too much offense, or actually even reasonable offense, from all that I'm going to say. I think men are overrated. And they have been overrated by these patriarchal societies that focus on physical power, or that assume or think that the most important power is physical power. But after doing a study on types of powers, I have come to realize that physical power is part of power, but not the only power for that matter, isn't it? Because in the most ideal way, a man is a seed. Okay? And that is how important a man is. A man is what? Is a seed. That is how important we are. We are just a seed. But you see, if you are going to grow things, a seed is just the beginning, isn't it? Eh? Yes, seed is just the beginning. And it is important because I've even preached here about the danger of attacking the seed. Do you remember the enemies after the seed? I have talked about that. So it is very important for us to preserve the seed. But who is to preserve that seed? And make sure that seed is reproduced. It is none other than the woman. That is why the emphasis is on the women. In case you didn't know, I am 95% answering that question. The reason as to why we emphasize that we must have virtuous women in this world is because they are in charge of the seed. I'll show you how. Let me use an example of marital unfaithfulness. Okay? Men are in their fallen nature, unfaithful, and they have no control whatsoever. Men have no control whatsoever on being faithful to one partner. I'm sorry, I'm sounding as a sadist, number one. Number two, I'm sounding as a liberal who is giving license for men to go outside there and sleep with anyone they want. Okay? Someone might understand me like that. But I am telling you, and I'm also sounding as an apologist of men's unfaithfulness. Isn't it? But I'm telling you, I have tried as a man and I have failed. And my company has got 90%. Men who have tried to be faithful and have failed. In fact, most men who are faithful have resorted into masturbation.
Yeah.
That is the farthest a man can go to be faithful, not to cheat.
Are they still faithful?
The world.
They are masturbating when you're not around. And that's how they are keeping themselves for you, my dear sister.
With the faithfulness.
A reasonable grown-up man like myself and those who are above me, you leave them in the house with the maid and they sleep with the maid. A CEO of a company is with the maid. Recently, there was fire that caught buildings in Kampala, and a very huge man was being channeled, and he was LC5 someone. Why are you laughing?
It was in sauna.
It was a sauna. Okay. Okay. It was a sauna. And we know what saunas do. Because this is how fallen men are. So it is the faithfulness of women that is going to help the unfaithfulness of men. I don't know whether you guys have understood what I've just said. It is the faithfulness of women that is going to help the unfaithfulness of men. Why am I saying that? Because men do not sleep with goats, do they? Mm-hmm. They sleep with other women. Mm-hmm. If women insist on what they can do, because they can do it better than us. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that women don't cheat. Women cheat. Mm-hmm. Not at our level.
For other reasons.
Because women have reasons to cheat. Men do not have one. So if women, because my sisters, why are we emphasizing women to be virtuous? If women can be that virtuous and not turn sex into a commodity, men will be helped. Kubanga abakazi be basooka ku luguudo nga batunda akaboozi. And they were exploiting the need of men. Men have just stormed the streets as prostitutes. Men were not on the streets as prostitutes. It was women who were on the streets as prostitutes. This is why we need virtuous women. Men cannot marry as virgins, but men need to marry virgins. Until we have raised up virtuous daughters, men will not marry virgins. If, whether women like it or not, women must understand that they are in charge of this world. Because all these men that you see, including myself, I was arguing with a certain sister of mine and telling her that human beings work for fundamentally two things: food and sex.
In fact, Musumba, your sex, ne food, whatever need.
So because human beings wake up in the morning to work for that, food and sex, isn't it? The role of a woman in such a world is to make sure that she guides that purpose.
Regulate and control.
Women are very important in organizing this world. The reason as to why marriages are falling apart is because women want to become men and men want to become women. They call it feminism. When women want to become, are we together? When women want to become men, they call it feminism. When women, okay, find it difficult to live with real men. Did you hear that? When women find it difficult to live with real men, they call it toxic masculinity. When men behave like men and women find it difficult to live with a man acting like a man, they call that toxic masculinity. Because that's why toxic masculinity is promoted and talked about more than toxic feminism. There's nothing like toxic feminism. No. She's being a woman. So my sister, until we organize women, the boy child has no option but to become another woman. The boy child has become another woman. Why? Because he has been raised by a woman who is not virtuous. A woman is the parent. The reason that's why we no longer have men is because the masculine figures and elements that you see in this world have been raised by a woman and taught to think like a woman. Still it goes back to the what? To the woman. So until we get women right, we will not get right men. And the enemy knows that. That is why you see we are empowering the girl child and we are empowering women. Do you know why? Because the enemy knows when you empower women this way, you get rid of the seed and humanity is no more. Gentlemen and ladies, do you know why in literature all the important things where all people gather have female pronouns?
Like?
Is a country addressed as he?
Our mother Uganda is she.
Eh? Why is the country addressed as she?
For Christians, the church is a she.
Do you know why metaphor of the church is a woman.
What is your mother language?
Niba katonda mukazi.
Nekyo kisoboka.
Do you know why those important things are put under the umbrella of a woman?
Why?
All powerful things responsible of the public are she. Now, you can play with many things, but do not play with the eye of literature. Yes, because that is deep philosophy. The reason as why literature does that is because literature knows that the world is in the hand of a woman. That is why we need to get our women right. And that's why we emphasize in women. Now I agree with empowering the women.
Empowering them to do what?
I do not agree with empowering women to become men. Women should be empowered at home. I know you don't want to hear this. We should empower women at home. Virtuous women are at home. Am I saying they should stop working? Nope. They should work at home and work very hard at home. Amen? Oh, so you want how that works? Okay, I can demonstrate. Which is the greatest economic country today?
China.
China. China is, isn't it? Well, China has the most home factories.
Yes, true. True.
Have a nice day.